Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Kamran. And in today's lesson, I will be talking about a very much awaited topic, that is of direct and indirect narration, because I have received a lot of calls from different people, my students and relatives and friends, that why are you not making some videos on direct and indirect. So today I'm gonna do this thing for you. So let's get going. So my dear students, first of all, let me tell you that what is the basic difference between direct and indirect speech. So when we are talking about direct speech, so here we focus on the actual words of the speaker. Here we focus on the actual words of the speaker when we are talking about the direct speech. But when we are talking about indirect speech, we focus on the content of whatever said rather than actual words. So this is the difference between direct speech and indirect speech. Here the focus is on the actual words of the speaker. Here the focus is on the content of whatever said rather than the actual words. Now my dear students, here you can see I have an example for you. He said to me, I am not a thief. Here the focus is on the actual words which are in the inverted commas. So this is an example of a direct speech. In direct speech we have two parts or two clauses as well. We can say there are two clauses or two parts. In the first part, this is actually, we can say this is the reporting speech, and this one is the reported speech. So my dear students, whenever you will have to change from direct speech into indirect speech, so you will have to make certain changes. For example, he told me that he was not a thief. Here you can see, my dear students, we have made certain changes. Number one, this said to has been changed into told. We have added that here. The other changes. Now the changes are here in this reported speech, and these changes depend upon the reporting speech. Number one change, there is a change of pronoun. Here we have used I, which has been changed into he. Here we have used the verb am, which has been changed into was. So these two changes are the most crucial changes and the most important changes. So let's see what are the rules for changes. Why we have made these changes. So what are the rules for these changes? So number one, what are the changes? First of all, change of pronoun. Second, we have change of tense, or we can say change of verb. Then number three, we have change of certain words. Now my dear students, one by one I'll explain that why we have changed pronoun from I to he. Then I'll tell you that why I have changed the word from am to was. So let's start from change of pronoun. When we say change of pronoun, so we must remember an acronym, that is SUN. So what's that? S stands for subject, O stands for object, and N stands for no change. Now let's see. My dear students, if because we have to make changes here in the reported speech, we have to make changes in the pronoun of the reported speech and the verb of the reported speech. So how we will make these changes? As I told you, it depends upon the pronoun of the reporting speech and the verb of the reporting speech. So let's start with the change of pronoun. So if the pronoun of the reported speech is in first person, When we say first person, it means that if the pronoun of the reported speech is I or we, so it is in the first person, so it will change according to the subject of the reporting speech. So here it was I, so it will change according to the subject he of the reporting speech. That's why we have changed I into he, because according to the rule, if it is in the first person I or we will change it according to the subject of the reporting speech. This is what we have done. Okay, in case if the subject of the reporting speech is in the second person, if the subject of the reporting speech in the second person, and let me tell you what do we mean by second person. Second person means you. If the reporting speech is in the second person, it is you, then it will be changed according to the object of the reporting speech. Here object is me. So let's see, I'll rewrite this sentence by changing the subject over here. If the sentence is like that, he said to me, you are not a thief. If the sentence is like that, so here we have you, the subject is you, it means it is second person, so according to the rule it will be changed according to the object. So it will be changed according to the object of the reporting speech me, not according to the subject of the reporting speech, because we know that we can change according to the subject of the reporting speech if it is in the first person, but here it is in the second person, so it will be changed according to the object of the reporting speech. So the sentence will be like that, it will be like that. Then he told me that me, it means that he told me, so it will change according to me. So he told me, he said to me, you are not a thief. So he told me that I was not a thief. Here you can see that I have used I instead of he, because according to the rules, the subject of the reporting speech was in the second person, it was you, so I have changed it according to the object of the reporting speech. That's it. So the third thing is that if the subject of the reporting speech is in the third person, what is third person? First of all, third person is he, she, it, or name. If it is in the third person, so there will be no change in the pronoun. For example, if the same sentence will be like that, he said to me, he is not a thief. Then my dear students, we can see the subject is in the third person, and according to the rule it will not change, there will be no change. So the sentence will be like that, he told me that he is not a thief. So it's so simple, because it was in the third person, so we are not supposed to change it. So this is all about the rule of change of pronoun. This is very much clear. Now I will be talking about the change of tense. So here we go, let's get going. Change of tense, or we can say verb. So, my dear students, let me tell you that because the verb of our reporting speech was in the past said. So, according to the rule, all the present tenses, present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous, all the present tenses will change into their past tenses. So present indefinite will become past indefinite, present continuous become past continuous, present perfect will become past perfect, and present perfect continuous will become past perfect continuous. So, my dear students, as I told you that all the present tenses will be changed into their past tenses. But if you couldn't remember the tenses, so to get out of this trouble, I will simply say that verb, second form of verb will change into second form of verb. First form of verb. Sorry, first form of verb will change into second form of verb. Is, are, will change into was, and were, has, and have will change into had, may will change into might, shall will change into would, shall will change into would, and can will change into could, and that's it. And similarly, so you should remember this fact that is, are, am will change into was, were, has, have into had, may into might, and will shall into would, can into could. So this is a very simple rule. So my dear students, let me write the sentence again. Our sentence was, he said, I am not a thief. So here you can see, as I told you that am. So according to the rule, am will change into was. So we say that he was not a thief. Similarly, we can say that he said, I have played cricket. So according to the rule, we have here. So we can change have into had. So it will be, he said that he had played cricket, and so on. All the tenses will change accordingly. And a very important rule which I would like to mention over here, so that you should not commit a mistake. If here, why we have changed all the present into the past one? Because our verb in the reporting speech was in the past. Please keep in mind this thing. But if the verb in the reporting speech, please keep in mind this important fact, if the verb in the reporting speech is in present or future tense, the verb the verb the verb in the reporting speech, the verb in the reported speech will, I'll write it bold, will remain unchanged. How? Because if the verb is he says or he will say, in both cases, my dear students, this is in the present, this is in the future, the verb in the reported speech will not change. No change of verb. So I hope that I have tried my level best to clear this fact, and you got the idea about direct and indirect. This was affirmative sentence. There are still commands and requests, and you can see a prayer as well. So I will be making some more videos on direct and indirect to clear your concepts. So please stay tuned with me. Have a nice day.